How's everyone doing today? You guys doing good? Yes? Yes. Good. We're having a great time this weekend. Okay, thank you very much. You can have a seat. Did you guys learn a lot this weekend so far? Yes. Did you enjoy Matt? Yes. Did Matt teach you a little bit about the internet? Yes. Okay, we're going to start all over again. No, I'm just kidding. But there's a lot that you can happen on the internet. And what we're going to do today, though, is we're going to talk about automated internet income. Is it okay to work and let's say okay to make money and not work? Does anyone have a problem with that? Are you sure you don't have a problem with that? Does anyone feel guilty about making money and just not working? It's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Now, I'm not famous. In fact, how many people in here have ever heard of me before? Raise your hand. Quite a few of you. Okay, the rest of you, leave. Okay? But I'm not famous, but if you go onto Google right now, what you're going to find out is that my name is on over 744,000 websites. So that's kind of cool, yes? And just to kind of prove it to you, I mean, Yahoo, my name's on over 1 million plus websites. If we went to MSN, you're going to find out my name's on over 467,000 websites. But if you go to Amazon right now and type my name into Amazon, every single book that you see on the screen right now is actually talking about me, talking about the products, talking about the techniques that I've developed over the years for internet marketing. In fact, how many people have ever heard of the book called Guerrilla Marketing? Guerrilla Marketing, yes? Guerrilla Marketing was written by a friend of mine, J. Conrad Levinson. And in fact, if you open up to the beginning of that book, what you'll see is in the beginning of that book, he dedicated that book to me and just a few other marketers in the world. Now, how many of you have ever heard of the movie called The Secret? Anybody? Okay, the fact is, I'm not in it. Okay? After many thousands of dollars worth of therapy, I can say that. I am not in The Secret. But what is cool is that 40% of the speakers in the movie The Secret have actually trained with me or have come to my seminar. So is that kind of neat, yes? Now, sometimes when you're making money, because right now, I want everyone to say this with me. Today is the worst day financially in my life. Let's do it one more time. Today is the worst day financially in my life. Does that make sense? Because from today it can only get better, yes? And the fact is once you do the techniques that all the different speakers on the stage have been teaching you throughout this weekend, your income will grow. It's not kind of, it is going to grow if you implement these techniques. But as your income grows, you start getting on different lists. And some lists you actually want to be on, okay? Some lists are actually kind of cool to be on. In fact, I opened up my mail one day a few years ago, and I received an email, I shouldn't say an email, but a piece of mail that said something like this. His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, President of the Prince's Trust, requests the pleasure of the company of Mr. Armand Morin at a gala dinner to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Prince's Trust to be held at Buckingham Palace on Thursday, 16th of March, 2006. Is that kind of cool? Yeah. Now think about this. I work from home. I sold vacuum cleaners, door to door, and yet I'm getting a special invite to come to Buckingham Palace to have dinner with the Prince of Wales. Is that kind of cool, yes? So I'm getting ready. I am actually staying at a hotel not too far away from here, and they're sending a car to come pick me up. And now I'm getting ready. It's a black tie affair, so I'm putting on my tuxedo, right? I'm putting on my tuxedo, and all of a sudden I get to put on my shoes, and I asked my wife, I said, where's my black socks? And she says, I thought you packed them. And I said, I didn't pack them. So I'm thinking I've got two choices at this point. Number one, I could wear no socks, which would be kind of a cool story, right? Or number two, I did have a pair of socks, but they were white. So I could wear white socks in a tuxedo at dinner at Buckingham Palace. So I decided to call down, and all of a sudden, the person at the other end, the concierge, picks up the phone and says, yes, Mr. Morin? I said, I'm having dinner at Buckingham Palace in just a few minutes, and I don't have any black socks. And then he hangs up on me. Literally just like that. Click. Done. I'm like, oh my God. So all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. And what happens? There he is. Black socks. Apparently you guys take this whole royalty thing very, very seriously around here. So, so it's kind of cool. But I feel pretty safe today. At least I thought I felt pretty safe today. And the reason is because when I started traveling and started speaking at different places all over the world, all of a sudden, and my income started growing, my wife started doing some things too. In fact, ladies, if your husband, significant other is out of town and you have time to spend, what do? Shopping, right? You guys go shopping. Does anybody in here like to go shopping? Right? I like to go shopping. But as my income grew, my wife's shopping grew too. In fact, a few years ago, literally, when I was in London, this is what my wife bought. Okay. Now, that was kind of cool. So now, let's fast forward about 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years ago, all of a sudden, now I'm up to speed. Thursday, before I leave, I have an appointment. And now, this is the new house that I just called my bank about yesterday. So, this is twice the size of my last house, over 15,000 square feet, and in the top of it is actually a seminar room where actually I can do my own seminars in my house. Is that kind of cool? Because I work from home. Is that kind of neat? Would you guys mind working from home if you worked in a house like that? Would that be okay? I mean, that's just called being comfortable. I like being comfortable. Do you guys like being comfortable? Everybody likes being comfortable, but the fact is I'm celebrating. Now, Mark had mentioned a figure. I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I hate to admit it, Mark lied to you. He lied to you. He said, my business produced over $60 million in income since I've been doing it since 1996. Total outright lie. Because I've recalculated my numbers. My company recently hit $76 million in sales. Imagine that. I work from home. I don't have a huge company, meaning I don't have a ton of people working for me. I have friends of mine, people that I know in business, that have 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100 plus people working for them. Here's how many people I have working for me. Could you stand up, sir? Could you stand up? Could you stand up? Could you stand up? Could you stand up? You can sit. No, you can stand. I'm just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, sir, slouching. Yes, stand up. Okay, this is the size of my whole company. The whole company. 7 people, including myself, including my wife. That is my whole company. Is that kind of cool? And we run a $20+ million company. Thank you, sit down. $20+ million company every single year, except they work from home. You know why they work from home? Because I don't want to see them. That's the reason why. They work from home too. They work from all parts of the U.S. The fact is that they all work from home. You can build a business with very few people. My business was doing over $1 million a year, and I was the only person in my business. The only person. Think about that. So can you do this? Yes. If you learn how to automate your business. Again, what do you need to do? You need to automate your business because everything is on automatic pilot. Once you set up a system, the systems I'm going to show you today, it's going to automatically be autopilot. Now, what do these people have in common? Let's put this into reality. We've got Norah Jones, we've got Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Gordon Ramsay, Kate Blanchett, Patrick Dempsey, Tom Cruise, Ellen DeGeneres. We've got Sarah Jessica Parker, Charlie Sheen, Nicole Kidman, and Jennifer Lopez. What do all these people have in common? They made less than me last year. Exactly. They all made less than me last year. Now, is that kind of cool? It's awesome. In fact, it's kind of funny. I was on my way back from Australia 2 weeks ago. Gordon Ramsay was actually on the plane in front of me. Now, I don't text message anybody, but all of a sudden, I slowly reach down into my pocket, and I'm texting my wife. I'm going, holy crap, Gordon Ramsay's in front of me. So now I'm thinking Gordon Ramsay is going to be kind of cool. I'm going to get my picture taken with him. So I didn't bother him the whole flight. He's right there in front of me. And so I'm thinking, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to wait and wait and wait. And then I'm going to wait for my opportunity. And then I'm going to ask to have my picture taken with him. Because I have never asked to have my picture taken with anybody. So I'm thinking, this is kind of new territory for me, right? So I'm really nervous about this. So we get up to